is popping? It's your favorite girl again, Mata Liku, and your favorite show, Multi-Price Talks. What's up? What's going on? Today we are back again to give you the juicy juice. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my previous videos, because today it's gonna be hot, intense, and very, very intimate. Yeah, we will be connecting with you in different levels. Like I said, and like you all know, this is Multi-Price Talk Show, and I always don't like discussing alone, so I have a fine brother here with me today, which we are gonna pop it, hit it, we're gonna go raw, and we're gonna tell you all those things that has to deal with you emotionally. Stay tuned, because we'll be right back. So our today's topic is sexual abuse. Yeah, I see you guys making faces. Yeah, sexual abuse. I know it's a very sensitive topic, and people don't always want to talk about it, but today we are going to break it down for you and give you the insight of sexual abuse. What is sexual abuse? Sexual abuse is unwanted sexual activity which might be through force or threat, or basically taking advantage of a situation. Everybody has gone through, or not everybody, but like 95% of women from 15 or even 10 to old age, or men from very tender age, have all suffered sexual abuse. Sexual abuse affects both men, women, and children even. And the most important thing right now in everything we're going to be talking about is the fact that there are a lot of people who doesn't know that they are even in a sexual abusive situation. They don't know. We are going to be bringing that to your table. We're going to educate you on that, and we're going to come out with some of these effects. Many people have suffered from sexual abuse, be it men, women, and children. But our interest today is going to be on marital sexual abuse and child abuse. Now, there are a lot of people who don't even know that they are in a sexually abusive situation. We are going to be bringing all that to our awareness, and we'll be able to connect with you guys on the different levels of sexual abuse, the reason why people remain in sexually abusive relationships, and reasons why people abuse children, and the effects thereafter. Stay tuned. Yes, so just like I told you, this is Multi-Price Talk Show, and you would never find me alone. Today I have with me a fine brother. Sorry, he's a pastor, so I should be very careful what I say. Yeah, but I have with me a fine brother today. He's a pastor, he's a sociologist, and he is a musical goddess. Yeah, I like that part. But wait, don't forget about the pastor side. Yeah, so welcome, Mr. Robinson.
Thank you very much.
I am so excited to have you today in my show.
I'm happy to be here.
And by the way, you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you. Man, this topic today, everybody has been they're like inching. It's a very sensitive topic.
Very sensitive.
Very sensitive. Today we are talking about sexual abuse. What do you think about this?
Well, like you just said earlier, sexual abuse is an act where violence, intimidation, or threats are used in order to achieve sexual pleasure or any form of something like that.
Yeah, and you know, sexual abuse, it's something that most people don't even know that they are in a sexual abusive situation. And I would want us to break it down and, you know, go very intimate. Please, I want you to be very straightforward with my audience.
I'm a very straightforward person, so
thank God. So we are going to have every little corner of everything that concerns sexual abuse. I would like to ask you, Mr. Robinson, have you ever been in a sexually abusive situation?
I am not very sure.
Are you sure?
No.
I mean, I feel like many people have been in a sexual abusive situation, even because there are so many kinds of sexual abuse.
Yes,
you know, a man looking at someone in a type of sexual way, sexual abuse. Yeah, and you know, but hey, come on, a girl must have done something a little bit. You can't be fine like this and nobody has done something.
Anyway, if you look at it in terms of a girl throwing herself at a guy, if you have to define that as sexual abuse, I think we'll be taking it a little bit too far.
Too far?
Yes, but still, if we can consider that, then I would say yes. But you know, the society we live in, which has been influenced a lot by the West, people over there, they consider this kind of thing as sexual abuse, but in Africa it's almost being considered normal.
No, that is why I want us to bring the awareness to Africa. Can you give me the different types of situations where we can consider sexual abuse?
Well, one of the sexual abuses that we most popular is rape.
Yeah,
where violence is used. There are situations where people demand for a sex in exchange for a service.
Yeah.
Maybe someone goes to get a job. There's a situation where an adult person has a sexual intercourse with a minor. Someone who is below 15, 16. Those are people who are still about to understand their bodies.
Okay.
Yeah, they are still about to understand their bodies.
Yeah, like that.
So people are actually taking advantage.
Yes. Okay. So what about that where someone deliberately causes pain during sexual intercourse, maybe to the wife or to the girlfriend? What would you consider that?
Now, pain. It's amazing. We live in a very funny world.
Yeah.
Where there are all kinds of people, strange things. Now, sex must be consensual.
Yeah.
Both parties must agree to some certain things.
Yeah.
So in the case where the other party is comfortable with the pain, that cannot be considered sexual abuse. You find really strange people in the society today, but in the situation where the pain is unacceptable by the other party, but yet this party continues to inflict this pain, it's sexual abuse.
So, just like you said, there are different kinds of sexual abuse situations. There is rape, there is child abuse, there is marital sexual abuse, and there is deliberate causing pain during sex. There is even merely touching someone in a funny way. Those are sexual abuse.
When you find that touching somebody in a sexual way that is inappropriate or without the person's consent is an abuse.
Yeah, and even merely calling degrading words when having sexual intercourse, it's a sexual abuse.
Yeah, that's
so there are so many kinds of sexual abuse. We're not going to talk about all of it. I want us to limit ourselves to child abuse and marital sexual abuse. Now, what is your take on this aspect of marital sexual abuse?
Now, this is a very complex area because when you have to look at it, the man will say that I'm legally married to this woman, therefore I have ownership over her body. Yes, and especially in Christian context where the Bible says that when two people are married, they are owners of each other's body. So there will be a lot of argument here to consider a man having sex with a wife forcefully as rape, but we must understand that as long as force is involved, it is rape.
It is rape. And what about the situation? But you know that the way the law is, the law has given a lot of light. Light, I would say, has looked at this situation in a very light way, because in Matthew Hale of the English law, he was like, a man cannot rape the wife because lawfully they have agreed that my body is yours and your body is mine.
Now, Martha, see, we have to understand. I'm not disagreeing with him. But there is an area he didn't look at.
Okay.
Because if we have to term it rape. Now, as much as the husband owns the wife. Even using the word own is already almost looking degrading, as if she's a piece of object. So the fact that he's legally married to this woman doesn't make this woman an object. He has the responsibility to love this woman. So if a man comes and requires sex from the wife,
yeah,
and the wife doesn't consent to, at that particular moment,
yeah,
for a man that loves his wife, he should be able to understand. Now, going to the extent of using force,
yeah,
is illegal.
Okay, the point, the whole thing that men often ask here is, why would the wife even have to refuse me sex? You know,
people have emotions.
Yeah.
Sex is something that has to do with emotions, psychology.
Yeah.
Maybe someone is tired, is not mentally ready, or has some things on their mind that they don't think this is something that is appropriate right now.
Yeah.
You know, this thing happened because of hormonal circulations and all those things.
Okay.
So if at this time the person is not psychologically ready, the person has the right to turn it down.
Perfect. So people will be saying that you're biased, that you are, talking more on women.
Truth is, of course, some women exaggerate.
Yeah.
We would not deny that. Okay. Some women exaggerate, but I think that this thing has to be something of mutual understanding.
Yeah.
There has to be an agreement between both parties.
Well, you are a man, so I am very so happy that you are supporting us. But men have also been in sexual situations, but I find it weird and rare, because how can a man be raped or a man can be assaulted.
Yes.
A man can be, someone can act flirtatious way towards a man. Well, a man in an office, a man too can also, it can be a situation where he goes to look for a job and maybe they demand sex in order to have the job, but at the home,
yes.
How can a man be raped? Because some men also are like, inside marriage that we can be raped. I don't get it.
Well, if we would have to consider rape in a marital sense, where a woman rapes a man,
yeah,
it's difficult. It's rare to see, but that would only be under the conditions where,
yeah,
maybe the man has to require a favor from the woman, from the wife, and the wife uses sex as the only means for the man to get that thing. So requiring sex from somebody who is not willing at the time, just because you want to do a favor onto that person, then that would be considered rape.
Oh, alright, that's great. So we will go down straight to reasons why you think people even have to rape their partners.
There are so many reasons. Some are really funny, but some simple reasons. Alcohol. A guy can come back to the house and he's really, really drunk, and the wife is unprepared for these things, and he gets violent because of he has gone high on alcohol, drugs. Some people even have mental issues that nobody knows about. Sometimes they stand to be correct, and I can even go up to the extent where some people are unnecessarily aggressive 247. In those cases, I would say it's even a spiritual problem.
Yeah, and so people basically just want to have total control.
Yes, they want to be
power.
Power, yes, master over everything. They use sex as a tool to exercise, yes, to suppress the woman to ground level, which is
that's a problem. That's a major issue, because so many married people are suffering that. So many married people, there are some women who don't enjoy sex anymore because they know they're like, you know what, he will even come and do it. He doesn't even care if I am satisfied. Now I want us to glance a little bit on, sex, marriage and satisfaction, because some women feel like, it's an insult to them, it's a sexual insult to them when they are not satisfied.
Well, like I tell most people, I say sex is not food. We must understand something, that the purpose for marriage is not all about sex. There are so many reasons. We will not get into that now. But I think if a woman is not satisfied sexually, it is her place to discuss with the husband. And not take it in a way that it makes her angry. Now, I just want to, let me just say this. You find some ladies that say they cannot get into marriage with a man whom they have not known to be sexually able to please them. But I say this, I'm a Christian, and there are some things we are, in our circle, we don't accept that. So I tell some people, this is simple. If you want to know if you get into marriage and this man cannot satisfy you, why not teach him how to satisfy you? Because this is something that has to be an understanding between two people.
But now the problem is most men don't even care to want to listen when it comes to aspects like that, and so it's a whole, because a woman, I was speaking to a friend the other day, and she's like, she is frustrated in her marriage, you get, but I wanted to judge her to say, just like you said, marriage is not all about sex and all that. There are a lot of things that comes in between marriage, but we should know that the Bible says the major things that the Bible coins when it comes to marriage is reproduction. You get, and if that is a major issue in a marriage,
now when you say major, it's one of the aspects. Sex is inevitable. In fact, it's a duty.
Okay.
But where a relationship has to break because the partner is not sexually satisfied, becomes tricky.
Okay.
It's something really tricky. I think that if both partners can discuss these things, the problem will be solved.
Sex and satisfaction. Nobody is a sex expert. Those things can be learned.
Like I told you, there are emotions that play in at this point, and sometimes some people are not emotionally ready. But they still just go ahead to get involved in it. And in that sport, you would hardly get pleasure in it.
So, that's great. So, we have been talking about, we were on reasons why people assault their partners, and what sort of control, what sort of mental issues. It could be drugs, it could be alcohol, all those things that comes along with it. And even inferiority complex, I've seen a situation where a man who is not educated and basically he doesn't have money, but it's mostly for poor people though. but it was a poor man. The situation was in a poor man, and he just thinks that the only thing he has is that power over you, that sexual power.
See, when you look at people who grew up in the village, you realize that people in the village have more children.
Okay.
Why? They are uneducated. They are
too much time on their hands.
They are idle. So they turn to always think about sex.
Okay.
When you're too busy, when you look at people who are busy traveling, doing business, doing that becomes an aside. It's essential for the married man, but it's something that just accompanies the relationship.
So most at times I used to just wonder, if you're in a sexually abusive situation, what are you still doing there? So what are some of the reasons why women or men or for children, we're going to come on that, because I know of other reasons why children remain in that situation, but for a woman, why do you remain in that sexually abusive situation?
Well, there's a lot of stigma attached to some of these things, but I think that the reason so many people stay in it is because of their personal selfishness to themselves. That's how I define it.
Okay.
Let me explain. A lady may stay in this relationship because the man is her only source of income, finances, and everything she needs. So moving out of here would mean that's what she thinks in her mind. If she lives here, that's the end to money, that's the end to all the good things that she wants. So they just turn and say, I will just enjoy it, since I can receive all of these things in return, which is really, really not the best thing to do.
And children can also be another aspect. Most women, most women remain in a lot of situations because of their children.
Yes, that's true. That's true. In a relationship where there are already children involved, you have to think about the children. If I move out, what becomes of my children?
Like I said, most women particularly remain in abusive situations, especially married abusive situations, because of their children.
Yes, where a woman has to think about living a relationship that is abusive.